So I just beat Assassin's Creed Revelations. It's done. It's done. So my thoughts on it. First of all, I thought the campaign was way better than Brotherhood. Brotherhood was like a bit disappointing for me. A bit on the shorter side. Brotherhood took me like 8 hours to complete. This one you have like a 10 to 12 hour campaign. It's really good. Um, get a good new locale like Constantinople, which is much larger than I expected it to be. I thought it was just going to be kind of like this more linear type of game, than the previous Assassin's Creed, because in the previous Assassin's Creeds, we went to different countries and cities and stuff like that. And this one, we're just stuck in one place for, the majority of the game. They do take you to different places, but like 90% of the time you're stuck in Constantinople, but it's huge. It has like 2 districts, which you can take like a ferry to the other side, swim across, or just paddle your boat over there, and plenty of variety. I mean, it kind of does look the same, because it is just one area after all, but it's much larger than I expected it to be. But yeah, I thought the campaign was I thought it was. I mean, here's the thing. I really like the ending. They gave us a. At the same time, it's like a big kind of build up to part 3, but they do end it with the Ezio trilogy that we've been having, and so we're basically done with Ezio. Hopefully, I swear, if they put him in another game, I'm gonna be like, come on, dude. I mean, I still think Assassin's Creed 2 had what was better, just because it had that excellent character development. It started out really cool, and it had great variety, and it had that new refreshing feel. And with Assassin's Creed Revelations and Brotherhood, all those games after that, they were kind of side stories, and it kind of just felt like the same thing. Um, Nonetheless, I still think the campaign was really enjoyable. More character development in this one than Brotherhood. It was pretty cool going back and forth to Altair's side. You get to play as him sometimes, and you also got to play as Ezio. I really like that, going back to different time and actually filling in those plot holes and actually giving a good end to Altair's story as well as Ezio's story. Graphic-wise, the game looks amazing. Okay, it looks good. It's a big improvement over the other ones. Like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood looked the same as Assassin's Creed 2. This one looks better. It uses the Havoc engine, which basically every single game uses. Uncharted uses it. Killzone 3 uses it. All these other games use the Havoc engine, but definitely more quality in the character facial animations. Definitely more quality in just the characters and stuff like that. And the environments, they look really good and detailed. Um, as far as gameplay goes, there's still some problem with frame rate a little bit. When you're free roaming around the city, just running around, you will sometimes experience a little frame rate drops, and the frame rate drops to like 10 frames per sec. Well, not 10, but it drops like from 30 to 20, and sometimes 15. But it's only for about like a second or two, so it's like very slight. But at the same time, it's kind of annoying when you're running through like the city, or trying to do some parkour stuff, and all of a sudden the frame rate kind of drops a little bit and stutters, and then you're just back to normal. It's kind of a distraction. I wish they can do something to do that, because the game looks good. I mean, they're as far as texture pop-ins, not a lot here. They do a good job. There's only a couple times where I noticed where like some mercenaries, like a mercenaries group, or the sluts group, would just pop in like right in front of you just to hire, and that happened like once or twice, so not really a big deal there. But as far as environments goes, not a lot of pop in whatsoever. I mean, they improved the gameplay. Climbing, I still think the climbing needs a little bit of work, and I think the problem is because you have that free running option, and when I'm playing the game, I'm just holding down the free running. I'm just holding down my R1 button and my X button. That's what I'm just doing, and just pushing up, and moving him around. I don't let go of those two buttons right there. And I think a lot of people play like that. You know, you just hold the running button and you just move your character. And I think that's the one of the main problems is because um, because you're controlling him, and then all of a sudden, he's kind of like going too fast, and you want to have that smooth, animation where everything's being done right, and basically the game, says, oh, does he want to run over here or does he want to run over here, and it kind of like messes up a little bit. So it's just some more work needs to be done with gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is, pretty much, it's just more Assassin's Creed. You're going to be countering moves. I mean, the way I play combat, I just counter everyone's moves and just and just do a chain reaction to kill everyone. I don't do attacks. I don't use my sword at all. I just use my double daggers. Well, now you have this hook blade, which is another thing I want to talk about. The hook blade. It's brand new for this series, but it's a good addition. I really like it. It's really cool when you're like trying to get to an area faster and you see like a zip line. You can just hook onto the zip line and it gets you to your area faster. That's really nice, and definitely it's a faster way to travel. It's pretty cool when you want to disarm an enemy or trip an enemy. You can like use your hook blade to trip an enemy or just to run right through an enemy. So that was pretty cool. Some extra combat tips and some other stuff you can do. So I mean, overall, it's a great game. Definitely, definitely a great campaign. Most better than Brotherhood, I think. It's longer than Brotherhood. I still think Assassin's Creed 2 did it better because of its length and excellent character development and variety. And with this one, it kind of tries. This one's much more cinematic, I will say, though. Like the beginning of the game, it starts out with a pre-rendered clip. It's the trailer. You know the trailer where we saw where you were the trailer where he was taking down that captain and he was about to get hanged and he like took him down. That's how the game starts out. Not joking. It just starts out with a pre-rendered trailer, and then basically you're playing from there. And at the end, they show another pre-rendered pre-rendered footage right there, some more pre-rendered footage. But yeah, I think the game was just much more cinematic. You're also a lot more chases and stuff like that. You'll be chasing some guy like on a what do you call those again? I'm trying to remember the name. You know the carts with the horses and just horse chases and stuff like that. Horse carriage chases. So that was pretty cool. Definitely like the fact that you have the parachute now. You can like, if you're like one of the towards the end of the game, you're about to slip off and fall out the carriage, and he pulls his parachute out, and you're basically flying like this, and you have to dodge all these buildings and stuff, and it's pretty cool. That's definitely one of my favorite parts. The cinematography in this game was definitely done better, and I think it's the most cinematic Assassin's Creed game out of all of them. All right, but definitely a good game. Uh, Definitely worth the $35 I got it from Black Friday. It does have multiplayer. I haven't tried that out yet. It came with if you bought it on PS3, it came with the first Assassin's Creed, so that's just an added bonus. But yeah, good game. Good game from the campaign point. I'll give it. It got repetitive sometimes, I will say. It did get repetitive sometimes because you're basically just doing the same thing. But it was overall it was a good campaign. So I'll give it an 8.5. Definitely good. Definitely worth your time if you're looking for a great campaign game. Just pick this up. But of course, you're probably not going to want to just jump into the. I mean, you do not want to jump into Assassin's Creed the series with this game. You want to start out with Assassin's Creed 2 at least, like I did. So, but a good game, good end to the trilogy, and I hope to see more in Assassin's Creed 3. Can't wait. Thanks.